Alright guys, welcome to the first episode of ABQ Comic Reviews. It's me, Brian, and this is my friend Obi. We're doing our first review actually on Brightest Day. I know a little late, but we wanted to wait till most of the tie-ins had come out, and I think the series is on issue 9, right?
Yeah, issue 9.
Issue 9 just came out. I actually haven't read issue 9 myself, but I read up to 8. We're going to just kind of briefly talk about a few of the tie-ins, but mainly talk about the main series, our thoughts, concerns, things we'd like to see, things that we like that we have seen. But first, tell us about Green Lantern, right?
Green Lantern, it's involving after Blackest Night. It takes place right after Blackest Night and sets up the White Lantern and all that. Searching for a White Lantern, searching for the one who's supposed to be chosen as the White Lantern.
Yeah, the whole King Arthur thing, even Hal Jordan says. I found that pretty funny, and I don't know what issue it was.
I think it was issue 50.
50, yeah.
I think. No, 52, 53.
Yeah, where Sinestro's like, what the hell is King Arthur?
Yeah.
But, no, that's been really good. But also Flash, of course. Flash, I don't want to talk about too much because I'm probably going to make my own video about that once, we'll do a video once that's tied up its first arc. But it's kind of, it's dealing with the way Professor
Barry
Zoom.
Allen came back and
Well,
it's
well,
sort
yeah,
of like that.
but I mean, as far as it being a Brightest Day tie-in, it's talking about Professor Zoom and Boomerang since they're back alive. Even though they haven't touched on much on Professor Zoom, but it's because obviously they're saving most of that for Flashpoint that's coming out next year. It's more been Captain Boomerang, which actually I'm pretty excited for because I was never when I started reading Flash, Captain Boomerang's son was Captain Boomerang, and I never liked him. And it sounds kind of heartless, but I was kind of happy when they killed him off in Blackest Night Flash. But no, that book's been pretty good. But I think it's more of its own story, more than a Brightest Day thing. But then again, they kind of picked up on it in the eighth issue of it was either the eighth or seventh issue of Brightest Day where they showed everyone's purpose in like a flash. If you guys remember that.
yeah, it was issue 8 actually.
It
that
was
showed
issue
all the showed Hawk's purpose, Maxwell Lord's,
Yeah.
everyone's. It showed everyone's purpose, why they got raised, and
Yeah.
says I think one of them is Maxwell Lord's.
Yeah.
It says save them before the war starts, kill Magog or something before the war starts.
Yeah,
do something before the
which
war
is
starts.
the odd thing because you would think Maxwell Lord's the bad guy, the guy that's supposed to be stopped, but rather he stopped Maxwell Lord stopping Magog nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the last one you want to talk about? Tie-in, Jason,
Uh,
right?
No, Green Arrow. Green
Green
Arrow is
Arrow.
an ongoing
Actually-
series by J.T. Cruel.
J.G. Cruel is awesome.
Who's a really good writer. Really good.
He did good on Teen Titans Blackest Night. Actually, the first issue, but I haven't followed up on that. Tell me a little bit about
It's about basically Oliver Queen and the forest that grew around. It showed it in Brightest Day issue 0 where you see Star City with the forest growing there and him figuring out what the forest is, what the forest does to him. Second issue, he gets, sorry, I know this is the
that.
spoiler
Spoiler alert. So if you haven't read them,
Yeah.
don't stop, pause here, and go pick it up. And if you don't feel like reading them or don't really care,
Then
watch.
stay, then stay.
Watch this.
He gets shot in the head at the end and dies. But in the third issue, some guy picks him up, throws him in a lake in the forest, and he comes back to life. And it's
Really?
the forest, I guess, has powers and all that. But in this, after that, it's all still figuring out what the forest does.
So it's kind of almost a mystery, isn't it? Just figuring out what exactly the forest is, seeing as it came from Dead Man's White Ring.
Yeah.
In aftermath of Cry for Justice, where Prometheus obviously killed all those people in that big star shape.
Mm-hmm.
But so that's good. You say it's worth picking up.
It's not for all people, but if you want to read it, pick it up. If you
Would you
like,
say it's more of like if you're a Green Arrow fan, pick it up.
yeah, if you're a Green Arrow,
So
fan,
if Green
pick it
Arrow
up.
fan, pick that up. If you're not, J.T. Cruel's a good writer, and I wouldn't doubt that book's going somewhere very good. But yeah, we're gonna delve right into it right now with the main title, Brightest Day. Actually, my favorite issue was issue 0. As odd as that is, I know it was all mainly setup, but it was good setup. Like maybe it's just because that's the most I've seen of Reverse Flash since they
Since Flash Rebirth.
yeah, since pretty much they captured him. But I felt it was even though it was set up mostly talking, it was all extremely interesting. And I think you agreed that it dragged a little bit at the beginning, Brightest Day, right?
Yeah, it dragged a little bit until issue 7 where it picked up pace, where we knew what the White Lantern was kind of, what everyone's job is supposed to be done.
Because it's been a good series, but yeah, the first few issues were kind of like were just a bunch of answers, questions, and now we're getting a little bit of answers, like we talked about earlier with the whole everyone's purpose thing.
Yeah.
And well, obviously, even though we're dealing with the 12 who came back, I would say the series mainly deals with
Deadman,
Aquaman,
and
Martian Manhunter.
That's my picks.
I would say so. I would agree too because I think most of the characters have their own books, or at least books that are appearing in, like Osiris is in Titans and Captain Boomerang, Reverse Flasher, and Flash, obviously. So I think they have that book, Brightest Day, for the characters who don't have their own ongoing or a book that they can appear in an ongoing series.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think it's a Green Lantern book because Green Lantern after Blackest Night was Green Lantern, but it wasn't a. It's not a Green Lantern book. It's basically, how do you say, a maxi series. It has everyone in it, not just Green Lantern. Has everyone, like Justice League, has all the Justice League almost, has the Flash, Green Arrow, Green Lantern, Martian Manhunter, Aquaman, Osiris. Everyone you can think of probably in that Brightest Day time.
Yeah, and honestly, I'm sure some of you will agree with me. It just feels a lot like not in a bad way, not at all, but it feels a lot like 52 or Countdown, in almost as essential reads as they are. This really big series that catches up on events that are going on in between certain events on certain ongoing books, and like I said, it drags a bit in the beginning, but we're really getting somewhere now. What do you? Oh, I forgot to mention. Well, Hawk and Dove are also in the Birds of Prey book, which is going on right now. Gail Simone, I'm a big fan. Unfortunately, I haven't been keeping up on that much. Have you?
I have, but all I can remember is right now is they're trying to get a penguin out and all that.
And something about the White Canary, right?
White Canary, there's a White Canary.
It's like a mystery. Some White Canary is attacking the team, and mainly Black Canary, revealing her secret identity. And now she's a fugitive, right, on the run, right? I mean, due to her connections with Oliver Queen after the whole aftermath of the rise and fall of Green Arrow, or fall of Green Arrow, rise of Arsenal, fall of Green Arrow. I would think it's the other way around, but yeah. So that's what's been going on with those guys. Who else was resurrected? I feel like I'm missing somebody. Well, Firestorm. There you go. I forgot. That's also one of the big guys in the series. I would say, and actually, I'd say one of the most interesting stories dealing in that. Well, Ronnie Raymond, I think, is just a really cool guy, a cool character. I think it's funny too, though, because no one really cared about Ronnie Raymond or Firestorm until they replaced him with Jason Rush. People got really pissed. Before that, people could care less. But I think this is so interesting because they turn off Blackest Night by saying, well, that was just the rings using people's bodies, and they don't remember it. Like Martian Manhunter doesn't remember fighting Barry and Hal, but for some reason, Ronnie remembers everything he did, including killing Jason's girlfriend. I think that's one of the most interesting stories that's developing currently in Brightest Day, and especially seeing as they're gonna have to work together right now. Even though Professor Stein told them to stay away because they have the potential to destroy the entire DC universe in all actuality.
You know what's kind of interesting? That they have Deadman as the main character in Brightest Day. I've never thought of seeing Deadman as a main character.
Much less an alive character. People were calling him Alive Man now. It's funny.
Alive Deadman.
Yeah, Alive Man. But I mean,
Alive Man, whatever.
I think it's pretty cool too, even like with it being like the mask or whatever. Now he has an actual face. I like that a lot. Of course, Ivan Reyes' art is shining on that. The pages that he does, it's gorgeous. I just love the way he captures like the 5 o'clock shadow things. It's just really pretty. But of course, other artists are on there. I'm sorry, I couldn't say any of their names. But Aqualad, I'm really excited to see issue 12. We've seen parts of him, but issue 12 should be the full reveal of when we see Aqualad coming to his right. This kid, I wish I could remember his name, but I don't. The kid living in Las Cruces, the guy with the dreadlocks. I'm sure you guys would know who I'm talking about if you keep up with the series. But I'm excited for that, if for no other reason. Talks about the Young Justice cartoon, if you don't know, it's coming out. Basically like a Teen Titans cartoon, only putting in the characters that were left out of the Teen Titans animated. They did it a few years ago. They're putting, of course, Robin, but we're going to have Miss Martian, this new Aqualad, Wonder Girl. I'm not sure, they didn't specify whether it was Donna Troy Wonder Girl or Cassie Sanmark, although I'm crossing my fingers for Cassie. Kid Flash, also again I would hope for Bart Allen, Superboy, and I think that's it. I might be missing.
Speaking of Superboy, he's gonna have his
own ongoing. But I think we should go on another time.
Maybe another time.
But is there anything else you think you need to? Well, I think we better wrap it up here anyway because we need to keep it on 10 minutes for YouTube. But yeah, thanks for watching our Brightest Day review, guys, and hopefully we'll have another one about the Flash and just stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Rate, subscribe, and
hit that button right there.
I will.
Oh.